So a big hello to Nong Khai. Like I said before, Nong Khai is a cute little town. It really is. You can explore around here and you can discover something different. Almost every time I come here I find something different. And it's not just one street, it's full of little streets, and you've got the river, you've got the modern part of it, you've got the old part of it. It's a great place to spend a couple of days. So when you're done with Laos and on your way to Thailand, I recommend you take a little bit of time and just spend a day or two in and around Nong Khai. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's a nice little stepping stone between the cultures of Laos and, say, big city Thailand. It's a nice, easy, gentle way into it, okay? But it's great. I love it here. It's really nice. So let me show you around a little bit. We are now just about 1 or 2 kilometers away from the bus station. Literally, if you just walk from the bus station, head towards the river, you really can't go wrong, okay? Ask anyone, they'll tell you where it is. It's a very simple way of doing it. And you'll come across, one of the first roads you'll come across, or maybe the second one, will be this little road here. It's absolutely wonderful. It's a little one-way street, and it's full of old style buildings, like this little guest house here, and this little building next to it. And they are really, really wonderful. You see, it's a one-way street, but in Thailand, it doesn't mean anything, okay? Should be going that way. Okay, so let's go and have a little walk around. This part of Nong Khai is really famous for food. And if you're visiting some friends in Bangkok or whatever, then there's tons and tons of Vietnamese food that you can sample and take away in little boxes up here as well and give as a gift. It's great. I'll show you some later, okay? They're on the riverfront and on several little streets around, okay? But it's great. It's a wonderful place. You always have to be careful because even though it's a one-way street, you get big buses coming down little streets like this. And these are probably the ones that you need to miss out. And these are your Chinese tour buses. I really would not, if you see them, run the opposite direction. If you're an independent traveller, or you're just like travelling your own way, you probably hate that tourism style of thing with follow me in the flag. Yeah, it's not for me, okay, so we're not going to go there. But if you come down here, you'll see again, this is just like really, really nice place. Very local. If you want any food or drink or anything, you can get it around here. But you do have to be cautious of the tourism thing. You know, people tend to jump on the bandwagon, and that's what they're doing with the Chinese tourists at the moment. So they are a lot of them around here, but just try to avoid them. Wherever they go, you go somewhere different. We're going to head down there and just go right, and we're going to go onto the riverfront walk, okay? I'll show you an old market down there. The style of this part of Nong Khai is very, very beautiful. A lot of old Portuguese, Laotian style of buildings with that French-Chinese thing going on. It reminds me a lot, this area around the Mekong, here, Savannah Ket, very, very similar style. But it's very appealing, it's very nice. Quick one, okay, just so you know where we are. Literally that road down there, that's where the bus station is, a little bit down there by about 1 kilometre. And then this street, which is, I don't know, 500 meters, this then is a connecting street. And if you go down there, or any of these roads up and down here, that'll get you to the river walkway. But you can see the style of buildings everywhere here. It's very, very peaceful. One thing I always recommend you do as well, if you walk down a street, cross over, because sometimes I was just walking down there and I just realised these 2 lots of buildings here, maybe 3 lots, are actually very, very beautiful. Quite a strong Chinese influence on the architecture and so on here. So this is where we're going to go now, okay? It's the main street where the bus station is. And we're just literally going to go for a little walk down here. Into this little market down here. It's a really nice place. Be careful when you walk down here though, because you, like a lot of things in Thailand, you will get motorbikes riding up and down in places where you least expect them, okay? So be on your guard and be careful. One thing about this as well, if it's a rainy day or just very, very hot, it is good because it's covered as well. But it's a very nice place to come on. Just spend a little bit of time down here. If you've got a few hours to kill between catching or arriving from Laos and catching a bus, you can spend some time in here, okay? See, and as we walk down here, down through this covered walkway, a few hundred meters down here, and then just like magic, you get to this little bit down here, and then we're out on the river. It really is a nice place here. So you can even get bread just like you can in Laos. You don't see that very often in Thailand. I think it's probably brought over from Laos. So, see what I mean about motorbike? So the market goes down that way, and it also goes down that way. But we're just going to have a little walk out here. I just want to show you what's down here. Okay? He says as he trips over. You know, one day I'll probably end up in the river. Oh, there's a little scabby dog. Scabby dogs are really cool. Hello, dog. Right, here we go. Now again, you come down here, especially if you got kids, please be careful, because this looks like a nice little walkway where you'd be safe to run around. But as you just seen, a motorbike flew past there really bloody quick. So be careful. See here, we're okay, but on this little bit, we may not be, okay? So, cyclists are okay, and you think, oh, nothing will come down here very quick, but they do. So just be very, very careful, okay? Especially if you've got kids. Here we go. So here is the Mekong. There's a friendship bridge down there. Over there, that's Laos. And there's the friendship bridge. This is the border. And this is Thailand. So this is Nong Khai. This is what Nong Khai's got to offer you, okay? It really is a very, very nice place to come and spend a couple of days here. I mean, it's the rainy season now. You can see the river is quite high. That was me hitting my hand on something. But it's magical here. It's really nice. We'll walk down that way later and give you some views of what's around here. But I wanted to spend a couple of hours here today just to show you this. Markets are markets, get them anywhere. But places like this, you can't get this anywhere. It's a bit of a one-off for here.